Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Warvilius. Alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Live from Raider Gymnasium here in beautiful Selma, Indiana. We have the home and season opener of the 2018-2019 campaign as we have the Union Lady Rockets taking on your Wapahani Lady Raiders. Glad to have all you with us here this evening, folks, with Raiders Live pregame edition presented by FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. First broadcast of the year. Obviously, we just had Red and White Night last night, which was a very successful evening, and hopefully all of you were able to enjoy that last night. Really a great time to be able to get the youngsters in there for the middle school with the boys and girls basketball teams, the middle school cheerleading squad, and then the bowling team, wrestling team, and the boys and girls basketball teams out here with the high school level. So really a great evening there, but now you get into regular season play, hitting the ground running here, and no question there's a little bit of a transition here, if you will, with this Lady Raider basketball team under now the tutelage of Scott Hudson. Came in here, and he was actually with Westdale back, I don't know, it was probably pretty close to maybe 5-10 years ago. So it's been a little bit, coached men's basketball, then went and coached elsewhere a little bit down south, but came back, and now he's back out here at Wapahani, and it's great to have him. And the last 3 years we had Coach Brad Cutter. I know from our standpoint, great guy. We want to wish him the best of luck. Where he went down to Connorsville now, and so I want to wish him the best of luck. But a new coaching staff here. You got Lori Craycraft as the assistant head coach, which she is a great mind to have out there, a part of the coaching staff here. She's done it for many years. She first coached 6th grade girls basketball. She coached that for a very long time. Then went to 8th grade basketball for a little while, and now took a couple years off and back at it now at the high school level. And like I said, she's really going to make, I think, a big difference with this team. Just adding in whatever knowledge that she has along with head coach Scott Hudson. You have Jackie Glancy now as the junior varsity girls basketball coach, which, if you remember correctly, she's also the girls softball coach out here too. So, a lot of familiar faces, but a newer face here with Scott Hudson. I think he can definitely make a positive impact on not only this group of players, but the whole program in general, not only at the high school level, but even at the middle school level as well. You have coaches established down there that obviously know what they're doing to be able to get these players the right, not only in the right mindset, but also the right skill set. Being able to come out here and make sure that they are learning what they need to learn and be able to play basketball effectively. So then by the time they get up here to the high school level, whether it be JV or varsity, they're just continuing to fine-tune their skills and polish things up. But they already know exactly what to do and be able to play effectively at a very high level. And that's what we got here with this group of ladies. You look at last year's team, you have Annie Shuck. That's the only girl that now we're missing on the team. We do have a couple other girls that's not back this year that we did have last year. But still, what I would consider a very successful group of ladies here. You're going to have returning starters Carly Boggs, as well as Madison Thompson, Dayton Lee, which is extremely important. And then also Sydney Cook, very valuable from every stretch of the imagination, because not only can she get big on the inside and have a post game, but she can extend herself out with some range and be able to knock down some shots as well. And really all these ladies, Dayton Lee, a lot of the same thing, and being able to have that post presence, but also able to extend the defense out and be able to knock down some shots from the outside as well. So I really like what we have here. No question. I think maybe a little bit of height might be a little bit of a different ball game here for us, but we've got to be physical in every game. We've got to be physical, stand our own ground, and we've got to take care of the basketball. We've seen that so many times through the years, and it's just not girls basketball. It's just basketball in general. You're going to have turnovers, no question about it. But it's about limiting the turnovers as much as possible. making sure that you're getting as much out of every possession as you can. And, like I said, if we can make the routine plays, be able to do the right things, just passing the ball, making sure, when we're dribbling, we're coming to a full stop, we're not using both feet to where we're traveling, just the little things. If we can do the little things correctly, that can make a huge difference in every ball game and this whole season. It can, it can be really the difference of a win or a loss just by being able to take care of the ball correctly. And then really lastly is free throws. I think that is so important in every game, defense and free throws and rebounding also. But in the free throw department, we've struggled in recent years. And, if we get back to the, again, just the understanding of they're called free throws for a reason. You got nobody guarding you. You got to stay relaxed, stay poised, knock down the shot. And that can be a big-time winner for us as well. So a lot of key facets of the game that if we do it correctly, then we can really have a lot of success this year, along with the athleticism that we have on this team. Now you do have some other bigs here tonight that you're going to definitely see some playing time of. You're going to see some Lexi Morrow, which can be key coming off the bench or in the starting lineup, whatever they choose to do. But that's going to be very important. You're going to probably see some Dawson Stevens. You've seen her a little bit last year. You're going to see some new faces. But then also we have Lexi Wolf. She's injured right now, sprained her ankle actually last night during red and white night. And then you have Lexi Humbert, which is a huge defensive threat here for Wapahani. She can also put some points on the board as well, but defensively extremely solid. So definitely look for her to play a key in this on this team in general throughout the year, and hopefully hopefully we can be very successful as the season goes along here. But we have roughly about 4.5 minutes until player introductions, and then tonight's national anthem, and then ultimately tonight's tip-off for the home and season opener of the 2018-19 campaign. We'll step aside here for a break. Again, this is Raiders Live pregame presented by FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. We'll be back right after this commercial break. Alrighty, welcome back here, folks. Again, the Raiders Live pregame presented by FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. We'll kind of leave you here with this final thought here this evening. Like I mentioned, Wapahani taking on Union. In the past, I know Union primarily hasn't been the best basketball program, but hey, this is a whole new year, and it's a brand new season. For us to be able to come out here and start off fresh and be successful this year once again, and it all starts here tonight. So don't take the team or the jersey name, anything. Don't take it lightly here. They're coming out here. They've prepared just as equally as hard as you have. They're coming out here to be successful and have a great game of basketball, and they've worked hard at it to be able to get things going here for themselves at the early part of this season. So Wapahani's got to come out here, play great, effective basketball here this evening, team-oriented basketball, and do the little things correctly. Again, taking care of the basketball, knocking down your free throws, and again, rebounding is always a huge key. So if we can get rebounds on both the defensive and offensive end, so we can get some extra opportunities and all of that. So then they aren't getting extra opportunities by knocking or by coming out here and getting a block out, getting these defensive rebounds, so they're not getting second chance opportunities. So once again, we appreciate all you for joining us here this evening. We'll step aside here for a break. We got the national anthem coming up, along with tonight's player introductions. We'll have all that for you right here on the WHS Network. We'll be back with more live right after this. All righty, welcome back here, folks, with tonight's non-starters and starters first here for the Union Lady Rockets. We will have number 2, Autumn Rice, number 3, Hannah Keeley, as well as number 12, Kylie Allen, number 25, Haley Allen, and number 54, Danielle Ogden. The Lady Rockets are coached by Ryan Chittister, assisted by Bobby Moore. Now we'll take a look here at the starting lineup for your Wapahani Lady Raiders. First, the non-starters.
And now for your Wapahani Lady Raiders.
We'll have number 3, Malia York, as well as number 2, Lexi Wolf, number 13, Layla Lee, number 22, Lexi Humbert, number 32, Trinity Brozier, number 33, Jalen Willis, as well as number 44, Dawson Stevens. Now for the starting lineup. Starting at guard, number 11, Madison Thompson. Starting at forward, number 12, Dayton Lee. At another guard, number 21, Sydney Cook. And at another guard, number 23, Carly Boggs. And at forward, number 24, Lexi Morrow. Again, the Lady Raiders are coached by Scott Hudson, assisted by Lori Craycraft and Jackie Glancy. So again, that's tonight's starting lineups. We'll step aside. We'll be back right after this break. All righty, here we go, folks, and this game is now underway. The Raiders, unfortunately, didn't get the tip off here to the season. We got the Union Lady Rockets here with the basketball. Number 2, Autumn Rice. Swung on over here, number 25, Haley Allen top. Again, some new jerseys here for the Lady Raiders this season. Got new home and away jerseys. A nice little new look here. Thompson with the takeaway. And she will go coast to coast with a 2-point basket up and good. And a 2-0 Lady Raider lead. So a great start to things here so far for Wapahani. Rice with the basketball, trying to find it down low, but instead a traveling violation. So 2 possessions, 2 turnovers here for Union. Thompson from long range, off the mark that time around. Cook corrals the rebound. Cross court to Boggs. She'll take the 2-point shot. Can't get the friendly roll to go. Morrow with the rebound. Kick back outside to Cook. Swung to Thompson. Now she'll find Dayton Lee. Good ball movement here by the Raiders, and the basket will be up and good. Sydney Cook gets on the board for her first points of the evening. And another traveling violation called on Union. Now their 3rd turnover and as many tries. In a 4-0 Wapahani lead. Morrow over to Cook. She'll find Thompson. Boggs in a corner, popping the 3 off the mark there. Morrow with the rebound. Boggs again from long range and dial that one up, folks. And a quick timeout taken here by the Rockets. A quick 7-0 lead here for the Lady Raiders. We'll step aside here for a break. We'll be back right after this. Back at it, coming out of the timeout here again. Wapahani with a quick 7-0 lead. No under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Thompson with another takeaway. There's Cook with the wide open 2 off the mark there. Gets her own rebound, goes back up with it and good. So Cook already with a pair of rebounds and 4 points here on the night. A 9-0 Raiders lead. Rice nearly lost the handle on that one. Boggs with a takeaway. And she'll take it all the way down and fouled rather hard underneath as she will go to the line for 2 shots. That'll be on number 3, Hannah Keeley. That will be her first, team's first. So again, we'll have Carly Boggs at the line shooting 2. And the first one will be up and good for Boggs, so that will be point number 4 on the night here for her. And the second one up and good as well. Nicely done there by Carly. So a 11-0 Raider lead. And the bucket up and good. So Thompson now 4 points already. A nice cushion 13-0 lead. Already 7 turnovers here for the Lady Rockets. Boggs, no good for 2, rebounded by Rice. Or pardon me, that was Keeley on the rebound. And a foul underneath here on Wapahani. Will be on number 24, Lexi Morrow. That will be her first, team's first. Rice will find number 12, Allen, Kylie Allen. Back over to Rice once more to top the key. Looks to take it inside. Shots up and over the goal. Boggs over to Lee in the corner, swung all the way back up top. She'll find Morrow. Takes it in, shots up and good. Great job there by Morrow. Could have settled more than likely for that little jumper there on the baseline, but instead took it in a couple more steps, had a higher percentage shot, knocked it down. Her first points of the night, and it's a 15-0 Raider lead. Jump ball, and the possession arrow will favor Wapahani. 8 turnovers now here for the Lady Rockets. Subbing in will be number 24, Michaela Burris. Thompson swings it over to Cook. Nice screen from Morrow. Thompson from deep. Oh, rattles in and out, and a rebound and fouled on the play was Lexi Morrow. So again, she will be at the line. 2 shots coming her way. The foul on number 54, Danielle Ogden. That will be her first, team second. So again, Morrow at the line. 2 shots coming her way. And the first one will be up and good. So Morrow now with 3 points. Looking to make it 4 right here. And it's up and good again. Nice stun there by Lexi Morrow. And another timeout taken here by Union. So they now only have 3 timeouts left. We'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout, as we will send it over here to our Jones Auto Body game break. Speaking of which, I'd like to thank Jones Auto Body owned by J.R. Fannin, located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they've been servicing their community for over 30 years. If you have any questions or need them to take a look at your vehicle, make sure to contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. Also to the Muncie Dragway, owned by Scott and Dawn Daniels. Muncie Dragway located along State Road 67, west of Albany, Indiana. For more information and upcoming events, visit their website at www.munciedragway.com and contact them at 765-789-8470. Again, that is Muncie Dragway, family fun at 8th mile at a time. So again, a 17-0 lead here with 3:20 to play in the first quarter. Wapahani off to, without question, a very good start to the season. So back out of the timeout here again. We will create another turnover now. 9 of them. Boggs, no good on the 3. Lee with the rebound. Now back to Thompson. Money. So Thompson strikes for her first 3 of the night. Rice will find Ogden in the corner, guarded heavily there by Dayton Lee. Ogden will be fouled on the play. So the foul will be on number 21, Sydney Cook. That'll be her first, team second. We will see Lexi Humbert and Dawson Stevens in here for the first time of the night. And to the corner, Keeley for 2. Off the mark there, Lee with the rebound. Thompson, great pass there by Dayton Lee and an excellent finish by Madison Thompson. Now 9 points for Madison and a 22-0 lead for the Raiders. Swung over here, Dawson Stevens down low to a wide open Sydney Cook. Really like that right there. Stevens had an open 3, but instead the unselfish basketball dumped it down low to a wide open Sydney Cook. Great team-oriented basketball, folks. That's what you like to see. Stevens with a takeover there. Now turnover number 11. Cross court to Stevens. Back to Lee down low. Lexi Humbert will lose the handle on that one. First turnover of the evening here for the Raiders. Rice takes over there to the right side. Screen set. Trying to find Ogden down low. Great presence here defensively for Wapahani. Has continued to put a big-time hold on this Lady Rockets team. We'll see Boggs and Morrow back in for the Raiders. They will come in for Thompson and Lee. Swung over to Morrow. There's Humbert along the baseline. Shots up. No good. Rebounded by Ogden. Rice gets called with the travel. So 1:11 to play here in quarter number 1 of the evening. Still a commanding 24-0 lead. Morrow swings it all the way over to Stevens. She takes it inside. Shots up and good. Stevens kisses it off the glass for a nice easy 2 to get her first points of the night. Rice once again takes it over to the right side, passes it up top to Keeley. Loses the handle on it once more. Here goes Ogden, takes it inside. Shots up, fouled on the play. So the foul will be on number 21, Sydney Cook. That will be her second, team's third. So Ogden at the line for 2 shots. First one's up, no good. Dayton Lee back in the action here for Cook. Second one up. I think that actually did hit the rim, but it was after the ball had hit the backboard. Boggs with the basketball up top. A couple screens set there. Swung over to Stevens. Back to Boggs once more. They're going to hold for the last shot of the quarter. Up here 26-0. Morrow back to Boggs. 3-pointer up. That was a nice pass there to Lexi Humbert. Got to get the shot up, and they will not be able to get it up in time as Boggs drains it, but unfortunately, it will not count, but a great first quarter of play here by Wapahani. 26-0 lead after one. We'll step aside here for a commercial break, and we'll be back here with the start of the second quarter live on the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, welcome back here with the start of the second quarter. Again, if you're just now joining us, I'm Brandon Morbilius. Alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. A thrashing so far, 26-0. Big time hold by the Raiders on the Rockets. Screen set there by Lee. Swung to Stevens. Now into the corner. Down low. Humbert looking to go to work. Lee able to get the rebound. And that's her third rebound of the night. She will go to the line coming up here for 2 shots. The foul was on number 3, Hannah Keeley. That is her second, team's third. Nicely done there by Dayton Lee. So Dayton will get her first point of the evening. See if she can get point number 2, and she does. Nice start here from the charity stripe for the Raiders, 28-0. Rice dumps it down low here to number 24. Michaela Burris back up top to Keeley. Swung back to Rice once more. Deflected out of bounds, so the possession will stick with Union. Subbing in now will be number 12, Kylie Allen for the Lady Rockets. Inbounded here to Autumn Rice. Rice trying to find someone here. Was able to eventually find Allen. Back to Hannah Keeley. Loses the handle on it. Ogden takes it inside, guarded by Morrow. No good on the shot. Morrow corrals another rebound, her third of the night. Down low to a wide open Dayton Lee, but rolled right off the rim. And now a traveling violation called on Union. Lee back outside to Morrow, takes it right on in. Shots up, the bank is open. So Morrow will get her sixth point of the night. Another takeaway, this time by Dayton Lee. All the way down, Boggs up and good for two. So Carly Boggs now with 7 points on the night. Still only in the early goings of this second quarter. Rice back out to Keeley. And another takeaway. Carly Boggs looking to take this one coast to coast. Shots up, fouled on the play, so she will go to the line for one more. So the foul will be on number 2, Autumn Rice. Will be her first, team's fourth. So Boggs at the line, shooting 2. The first one's up and no good. So Thompson and Cook back in for Wapahani. Another timeout here by Union. Heck, they're nearly going to have all their timeouts burn out by the end of the first half. So a 32-0 lead. We'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick commercial break. Again, this is the Jones Auto Body game break.
Stop on in at Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fan in the 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been serving the community for over 30 years. Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality.
Back out of the timeout here. Boggs at the line, shooting one more. And the free throw will be up and good. Eight points now on the night here for Carly Boggs. And a jump ball possession arrow favoring Wapahani. Turnover number 17 here for the Lady Rockets. Very important here by Wapahani just to continue to get after it here defensively. This is what you got to be able to have every single game. A strong defensive presence. Supposed to be down inside. Nice inside-outside game. Boggs no good. Cook with the rebound. Her third of the night. Back to Thompson, down low to wide open Sydney Cook for two. So Cook now with 6 points. Excuse me, actually 8 points on the evening. 35-0. Rice all the way back across court finds Keeley. Dayton Lee with a wide open 2. 4 points now for Dayton. A little over 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Back outside here, there's Kylie Allen. And she's going to lose the ball, but it's going to be out of bounds off of Wapahani. Subbing in for Union number 54, Danielle Ogden. Inbounded Keeley for 2. Off the mark. You know, well, I just now noticed that I did not stop the clock during that out of bounds play. Cook no good. Lee with the rebound, fouled on the play. Lee now with 4 rebounds on the night as she was fouled by number 2 Autumn Rice, her second. Team's 5th. Inbounded to a wide open Sydney Cook as she strikes again for another one. So 10 points now for Sydney. 39-0. Ogden goes up with a shot, misses it. There's Lexi Morrow. Again, Thompson finding the open girl. So Morrow with now 10 points here on the night. So a 30-second timeout taken here by the Lady Rockets. And he has used 4 timeouts in this first half already. Again, we have our halftime report coming up. So make sure stay tuned in with that one. We'll give you the stats and also upcoming games for this coming week. Again, we have our first boys game starting on November the 20th. It will be a Tuesday night at home against Southwood. So the girls getting about a week and a half head start on the boys. I think the girls have 2 games, I believe, next week. Rice back over here to Keeley. Ogden takes it inside, shots up, rolls right off the rim, no good. Cook post feed down low to Lee, back outside. Cook swung all the way to Stevens, down low. There's Humbert for 2 and good. First points of the night there for Lexi Humbert. Rice back over here to Allen. And a takeaway. Sydney Cook taking it all the way from one end to the other. 12 points now for Sydney on the evening, a 45-point lead. As we near the 1.5 minute mark left to play in the first half. Another near takeaway. I'll tell you what, Redbeard, it's really like broadcasting a golf match here this evening. It is so quiet in this gym. I'm telling you what, I mean, it's really phenomenal. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know. The fans aren't even cheering.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I understand, you know, it's.
I mean, it's
a little bit of a
47-0.
Yeah.
But still.
A little bit of a lopsided game here, but
Just a little bit.
Still, nevertheless, you would think at least there would be some hype in this building at least a little bit, but I guess not. So again here, 47-0, under a minute left to go. 40 seconds to play in the first half. And that's going to be out of bounds off of, they're going to say it's off of the Raiders. Then bounded to Keeley, back outside here to Rice. Rice down low as Addison Thompson decides to go ahead and get back to the soccer season as she kicks out all the way down court. Shots up, no good. Humbert corrals the rebound. Second one of the night here for her. So I would imagine we'll hold for the last shot of the half. No reason to take up any more possessions than what you've already had so far. Cook takes a shot from the free throw line, up and good. She has been absolute money so far here tonight. And that's going to be the end of the first half, folks. A halftime score here. The Wapahani Lady Raiders lead the Union Lady Rockets 49-0. We'll step aside here for a break, and we'll be back here with our halftime report live on the WHS Network.
You need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
All righty, welcome back here, folks, with our halftime report. Again, the Wapahani Lady Raiders up 49-0. Yeah, that is the correct score on the scoreboard. It's not something every day that you see, but nevertheless, we've definitely played some very good basketball, you could say. We've created 21 first half turnovers. And again, it's just continued defensive pressure. And, you know, this is something we just got to do repetitiously all the time in every game. We've got to make the opponent uncomfortable as much as possible. And we've done a real good job on the rebounding department as well, offensively and defensively. Right now, from a point standpoint, Madison Thompson with 9 points, Dayton Lee with 4 points, Carly Boggs 8, Lexi Morrow 8, Lexi Humbert and Dawson Stevens with 2 points each, and then Sydney Cook with a high total so far with 16 here in the first half. Dayton Lee leading the way in rebounds, has 4 rebounds, so 4 points, 4 rebounds here for Dayton Lee. Also Lexi Humbert with 2 points and 2 rebounds, and then Lexi Morrow with 8 points and 3 rebounds. So again, you have Sydney Cook 16 points, 3 rebounds as well. 3 rebounds as well. I can't remember if I said her, but the Raiders have taken care of business on all facets of the game. We only have 1 turnover. We're also 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Yeah, it's just a good old-fashioned lashing, I guess, if you will. And you hate that, you know, for Union and a lot of ways, you know, because you never want to see a beat down like this, but because you want to respect them, but part of the game, unfortunately. And so we'll see what happens here in the second half. It's a good thing here for Wapahani, there's no question about that, but one thing I always tend to look at, we've somewhat been on the other side of that, where not necessarily a 49-point deficit, but where we've, you know, gotten beat down pretty handily, and so I guess you just gotta kind of take it the good with the bad, and be thankful you got the lead, but don't be too, overconfident, because that can always come back to haunt you in another game at some point in time. If you have a bad game, you don't want the other team to do the same thing to you. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about. You know, just be good sportsmen about it. And I think they have done. They've done a nice job of that. And going out here taking shots, you know, they're not out here trying to shoot threes. We have 2 threes so far on tonight. We might have attempted 5. I would say at the most. So most of our shots have been inside the arc. You know, so it's not like we're just draining threes for days and trying to run up the score on them. We're just playing basketball. We're doing our part to play effectively and get the job done. And so a very good first half, without any question about that. Hopefully we see more of this here in the second half from the standpoint of just, you know, very good team-oriented basketball, taking care of the ball, making smart decisions, continuing to play great defense, and then go from there. But a good start to the game here, 49-0 halftime lead. We have roughly 3 minutes to go until the start of the second half. We'll go ahead and step aside here for a break, and we will be back here with the start of the second half live on the WHS Network. All righty, welcome back here, folks, with the start of the second half live here on the WHS Network. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Hope all of you have enjoyed tonight's game. I know it's probably not the most thrilling, first game of the season. It is for the win column. There's no question about that, but I guess not a whole lot of big-time excitement here. It's great, yes, that you're up, but nevertheless, we are definitely very appreciative for you joining us on this Saturday evening. So getting back to basketball here to start the second half. Union will start off with a basketball as the Raiders lead it here to begin the third quarter, 49-0. Back up top here to Autumn Rice, over to Hannah Keeley. Guarded heavily by Madison Mad Dog Thompson. Keeley cross court there, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Malia York. She just coming in here for the first time of the night, seeing some action, as well as Jalen Willis. Seeing some playing time for the first time tonight. Rice over to Keeley, back up top once again. Swung over here to Kylie Allen. And the baseball pass sailed out of bounds. And it will be Raider ball. Thompson with a little crossover, shaking and baking, maneuvering the way through the defense, and they're going to get her with the double dribble. So they turn the ball over, then we turn the ball over. Hopefully that's not a trend, or this game could really go off the rails even more than what it already has. Allen back over to Rice. There's number 25, Allen, no good. Rebounded by Jalen Willis.
I'm not too sure he was completely on the tracks to begin with. What do you know?
Oh, I forgot to stop the clock. Luckily, I only went 4 seconds over. That's what happens when Redbeard distracts me there for a second. York loses the handle on it. A jump ball. Possession will stay with Wapahani. So 6:36 to play here in the third. Willis to inbound. She'll find Malia York off the mark there. Ogden with the rebound. And getting her for the kickball. So Union will stay with the possession. Yeah, definitely wrong sport there, Redbeard. Inbounded all the way back out here to Haley Rice, or Autumn Rice, pardon me. I was looking at Haley Allen. Allen up top, Rice back to Allen. Tell you what, they definitely have some good ball movement. The bank not open there for the Lady Rockets as Stevens corrals her first rebound of the night. So yes, I'm definitely doing a little bit more than what I've already done in the past. I'm keeping track of points, rebounds, free throws, turnovers, fouls, and then total points. Broadcasting, keeping a hold of the graphics, doing the audio. There's really not a whole lot that I can't do except do the camera. I can't do the camera at the same time. Redbeard is the man. Possibly the most important person of this broadcast. Thompson good there with a second one. But definitely trying to do a little bit more to get more stats in here. for each game. I'll be doing that for the boys as well, because in years past I've usually done points and then free throws, fouls, total points, all that stuff. But going to include the rebounds this year, kind of getting more stats involved. I'm definitely not going to be doing assists. That's already too much the way it is. So we'll be getting the points and rebounds in there. So you'll at least know if you get a double-double or not. Keeley over here to Ogden. She looks to drive baseline and throws it off the shoe of Willis. Inbounded out here to number 12, Kylie Allen. And another jump ball. Possession stays with the Lady Rockets. And deflected out of bounds off of Autumn Rice of the Lady Rockets. So Wapahani will take possession here. Already 3 turnovers here in the second half for Union. Gives them 24 here for the game. And Thompson just motors her way on to the basket there for an easy 2. Now 12 points here for Mad Dog. Keeley for 3, and that one is money, so the shutout is over. Well, everybody was wanting the shutout, and that went by the wayside. Hey, but good shot. Good for her. Hannah Keeley from downtown. Dawson Stevens off the mark with that 3. Loose ball. Nice hustle there by Dawson. Back there, and we'll find Lexi Humbert wide open for the deuce. Back outside, here's Rice, swung back over to Keeley. Definitely going to have to guard her a lot more carefully, that's for sure. Thompson with the takeaway and a wide open 2. And another timeout. So a timeout taken here by Wapahani, 56-3 lead. We will step aside here for a break. We'll be back here with more. Again, this is our Jones Auto Body game break. All righty, folks. Would like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership owned by Randy Stoops, located at 4055 West Clara Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you'd like to know for more information about one or see something you might like there or have any kind of interest, you can contact Stoops at 765-288-1903, and also visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. So again, that is Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. Speaking of the best, the Raiders are definitely driven to be the best here tonight with a 56-3 lead here in the third quarter. I did not have the right time on the clock. Tell you what, I've got to get adjusted to this. I'm used to volleyball, not used to having to worry about keeping the graphic clock on here. So usually takes me about a game or two, but everything's going to be all right, folks. I promise you that. Swung back over here. Hannah Keeley will find Haley Allen. And a takeaway by Leah York. Jalen Willis finding some range with the open three. So Willis gets her first points of the night. Ogden takes it down low, shots up and good. Well, look at this. They're getting something cooking here. They didn't score a single point in the first half. Already scored 5 here in the third quarter. And a tough one. Nicely done there. Lexi Humbert getting after it. Now Lexi Morrow strikes for 2. So Morrow now with 10 points here on the night. 61-5 lead here for the Raiders in quarter number 3 of the evening. Haley Allen swings it back up top. Autumn Rice now to Ogden, down low. And nice hustle there, but it's going to land out of bounds off of the Lady Rockets. Substitution here for Union will be number 0, Harley Losey. Dawson Stevens downtown off the mark. Rebounded there by Hannah Keeley, and a foul from behind will be on number 24, Lexi Morrow. That'll be her second. Team's first of the half, or pardon me, team's second of the half. Well, forgot to start the clock again. Oh, well, I'm sure we'll probably catch up. Ball will go out of bounds or something along sometime here. And another three-point basket up and good. Hannah Keeley. Oh, maybe we won't be catching up here. Thought for a second we might. Off the mark there. Alrighty, well, time's going to expire before I get to fix the clock. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We apologize for that one, folks. I'll get it straightened out here one way or the other. So we're going to head to the fourth quarter, 61-8 lead here for Wapahani. We'll be back right after this break.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, driven to be the best.
All righty, welcome back here, folks. We have the fourth quarter on tap here this evening. 61-8 is your score at the end of 3 quarters of play. Again, we appreciate all you for joining us here this evening for Wapahani Lady Raider basketball, home and season opener of the 2018-19 campaign. And great start to the year so far, like what we've done here, and hopefully that trend continues as we get geared up for the fourth quarter. So once again, the Rockets will come out with a possession of the basketball. Ogden over on the left side. Cross-court pass, and that's going to be out of bounds on the Rockets. And well, she went down over there. Looks to be all right. But the chair took a beating. But the main thing is, as long as the player's okay. So now 29 turnovers here for the Rockets. Nice move there by Cook. The fake handoff and the dribble drive right in for a easy 2. Cook now with 18 points. Didn't play at all in the third quarter. Also, we see Trinity Brozier and Layla Lee now in here for the first time of the night. Getting some playing time. Again, really for the most part here, it's actually a fairly young group, outside of the 4 seniors with Boggs, Stevens, Cook, and Lee, as Boggs was able to get the steal and the 2-point basket. Now 10 points here for her on the night, reaching double digits. But other than that, really a fairly young group here. You have I think maybe 1 sophomore, 2 sophomores maybe, or 1 junior, and then the rest sophomores and freshmen. So a very young team to have. So Dayton Lee now with 6 points on the evening. The Raiders with a 59-point lead. A takeaway by Layla Lee. Down low, Boggs, it's going to be off of her hands, and Rockets basketball. So that'll be the third turnover of the evening here for Wapahani. As number 12, Kylie Allen, will return to action. Rice for 2. Off the mark there. The bank not open that time around. No good for her. A loose ball. Who wants it? Who's going to get it? Ogden back to Rice and throws up the Hail Mary and didn't collect. So Boggs again there for 2. Another rebound also there on the other end by Dayton Lee. Now 6 points, 5 rebounds for her on the night, leading the way in the rebound department. It's one thing Wapahani really hasn't had to really do all that much of here this evening. Look, Trinity Brozier getting dirty there on the ground. Little things like that, being able, signs of hustle. You like that from all of your players. Especially, with her coming in here as a freshman, getting a little bit of playing time here this evening. It makes a nice impression in there on your coach. It's good stuff. Screen set there by Lee. Boggs in all kinds of real estate with a nice easy 2 once again. Just blew right on by everybody. Rice to Keeley for 3. Nothing but air on that one. So all the way down. Yeah, that was definitely right on the line. Pass down low. Brozier for 2. And how about that? Gets her first points of her varsity basketball career. Good for her. Back over to Keeley. And now to Rice. Shots up, no good. Lee did not get a rebound. It's going to actually be out of bounds off of the Rockets. So just now 4 minutes to go. Boggs with another wide open two. I mean, I know she's, not someone that's 7 foot, but I doubt that she could go in there that unnoticed every single time, but she has with ease. Ogden for 2, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be off of, they're going to say it was off of Wapahani. It was a toss-up ball. Oh, well. I guess flip of a coin. Heads, you get it. Tails, the other team does. Inbounded. Keeley for 2. Off the mark that time around. And off the hands of Dawson Stevens. So 3:33 to play in regulation. And another turnover. Down low, Layla Lee for 2. So she will also collect her first points of her varsity career. 77-8. I can about guarantee you this will be the most lopsided score you will see all season. Not too many times in any game. I don't care who you play against. More than likely, you're not going to see a score like this. We'll see Brozier come out of the game as Humbert will come back in. And again, that's no knock on anybody. It's just the score is what it is. Really can't do a whole lot about it. Ogden takes it inside, dishes it back out, a near takeaway by the Raiders. Tell you what, Lee absolutely trucked that girl. Very surprised that she didn't get the foul called on her. Back up top here to Autumn Rice, and I think we've now hit an all-time low of quietness here in this gymnasium this evening. I am fairly confident that just about anybody within a mile radius of here will probably be able to hear me. And we're inside nothing but big old foundation block walls. It is that quiet in here, minus the cheerleaders. But you can't have them talking all the time because then they'll lose their voice and they won't be ready for the next game. It'll take them about a week to get their voice back. So, you're kind of in trouble either way. Brozier back in the game. Post feed down low. Lexi Morrow for 2. Yeah, down low with Morrow for 2. That's a good one there, Redbeard. I was thinking right along the same lines there. And another turnover number 16 here in the second half. 37 for the game. Lee post feed down low to Morrow for 2. Down low to Morrow. I'm just going to start saying that all the time now. That is a good one. Sometimes, folks, we have to create our own humor. That sometimes is what gets us by. 58 seconds to go, 81-8. Morrow over here to Stevens. Back up top to Layla Lee. Now Brozier. Again, we're just going to dribble it out here, at least attempt to. Brozier went up for the shot, no good. Rice, no good off the top of the backboard. Here goes Lexi Humbert. Hey, you know what? Why not? Just go ahead and go up with a slam dunk right here to end the game. I would love to see that. That would really be something. Maybe if we had Brittany Griner out here, a little Lisa Leslie. All righty, folks, final score here this evening. Your Wapahani Lady Raiders get the W. 81-8 final score. We will step aside here for a break. We'll be back here with some post-game report live right after this commercial. All righty, welcome back here, folks, on tonight's post-game report. Again, you see there on your final score here, your Wapahani Lady Raiders get the W here tonight over the Union Lady Rockets of 81-8. You know, it's unfortunate, like I said, to have games like this. I mean, yes, it's always great to win. You know, you play to win. You're not playing to lose or just kind of play mediocre. You still come out here to play to win, but you hate to be, you know, on the side there for Union. I always, like I said earlier, I always try to think about that because, you know, nobody likes that feeling of getting, you know, just, you know, I guess not necessarily manhandled, but just beaten down pretty good. And, you know, you never want to see that because you don't want to, you know, you don't want the other team to be just demoralized and you know, it's just it makes it bad for everybody. You know, you never want to see that. So hopefully Union doesn't say, oh, well, it's time to quit now. You know, hopefully, you know, they just use this as a learning experience, just get better. We want to wish them the best of luck throughout the rest of their season. And for Wapahani, you know, you're starting out 1-0. A great start here to the season, no question about that. Done a lot of really good things here tonight. There's no question that, you know, yes, you know, depending upon, you know, the team and stuff. I mean, you know, yeah, it probably is going to look good, but still, I think whether you chalk it up in this game or some other game, you still played good basketball. You know, I think we really did a solid job on every facet of the game. You know, we was still very active defensively. Now, I'm not saying we still would have created, you know, another 37 turnovers against someone else, but, you know, we was still very defensive activating, you know, from the standpoint of, you know, really getting after it from the very start to the very finish. You know, we were creating turnovers. We defended the ball very well. We got our rebounds when, the opportunity presented itself. And we just did a really nice job on everything defensive-wise. Then on offense, yes, obviously, we had a lot of wide open layups. We didn't take very many threes. We might have taken maybe 7 or 8 threes the whole game. Most of our points was on the inside. We ended up having 3 threes on the night. We scored 81 points, so 72 of our 81 points came from inside the arc, which is very good, because not only, yes, we did have a lot of wide open shots, but that means we're finishing. We're finishing underneath the basket. We have the confidence to go inside where things can sometimes get crowded and defense, can kind of clamp down. We did a really solid job of taking it in strong, getting the buckets. We knocked down our free throws, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. So overall, you just like the way overall that we played the game. We did things the right way, and we took care of business. And now you just look to continue to build off of that, and you look to get better. And hopefully now, I think we have about a week or so of practice to get back after it. I think we play again on the 16th. Have a little bit of time here. I'm going to look up more of the schedule here about some upcoming games, because we're going to try our best to get the head coach, Scott Hudson, up here for an interview. Definitely wanted to get him up here. It's his first game as a Wapahani Raider, and a great win. To come out here and have a dominating win like that, kind of eases him into the season. And so we're definitely going to try to get him up here and everything else. So we'll see what happens there from that standpoint. But we will go ahead and step aside here for a quick break, and we will be back here with more on our post-game report live on the WHS Network.
Need legal advice or representation, you can trust B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law in Muncie. Our focus is personal injury. We handle cases involving serious injuries, wrongful deaths, all vehicle crashes, nursing home cases, medical product and drug recalls, and slips, trips, and falls. No fee until we win. We offer evening, weekend, home, and hospital appointments for your convenience. Contingency fee arrangements are available. For a free consultation, call B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, today.
All righty, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. And now I'm being joined here by Wapahani Lady Raider basketball coach, Mr. Scott Hudson. Obviously a first night, first win. Coach Hudson, what's your thoughts here so far?
Well, I think our girls came out for the first game, and I thought they played really hard, and they played with a lot of intensity. And in a game where, it gets away from the other team, maybe not as talented as what other probably Union teams have been in the past, but I think our girls did what they had to do, and they executed. And, one of the things we emphasize is not giving up a lot of paint touches, not fouling, not trying to help. And I thought overall, for our first game, I thought we executed. And I said it's not always about who you're playing. It's about what's on your jersey, about how you execute, because people, when they leave the gym, they're going to look at you, no matter who you're playing, and they're going to say, did they run the floor? Did they execute? Did they play good defense? So we know that it's an excellent win for us from the standpoint we're 1-0 in the conference. So, getting off the good start, but we know there's going to be some serious challenges ahead.
Yeah, well, and that was kind of my next thing, because, you're going to have Delta coming up next week. Obviously as far as conference games, you got the likes of Monroe Central, which they're always, kind of a thorn in our side and everything else. But from your first experience here, I know obviously you've had other coaching experience. You was at Westdale for a while, went down south for a little while as well. But how does it feel to be a Wapahani Raider? I know your parents are watching. I know your wife came up earlier, said that they was going to try to get on here. So if you want to send a shout out to them, whatever you want to say.
They wanted to be here, but because of circumstances they couldn't be. But you'll see them in a lot of games. The one thing that I would say, it's great to be back in Central Indiana, and for me it's outstanding here because I know a number of people here just from the past, and it's been a great place to teach and a great place to coach, and the girls have really they've soaked things up like a sponge, and we have big goals, and we just want to never stop improving, and that's our goal, is to keep trying to get 1% better each day. But Central Indiana is a great hotbed for basketball, and our girls know that we have a lot of challenges ahead, but it's a great opportunity for us just to play a game. We had about 20 practices, so
right,
the girls are tired of listening to me. They want to go up and down the floor, and they don't care who they're
kind of breaks up the monotony a little bit, yes. But we, like I said, we didn't want to keep you. We just wanted to get you on here and hear your thoughts. We do appreciate you taking some time here, and welcome aboard here, Coach. We look to having many more wins with you, and obviously we'll be on the road next week. We got Delta coming up. I don't know, what are your thoughts on Delta? I don't know if you really know a whole lot about them.
I've seen Delta twice in person. They're going to have 4 or 5 games under their belt, but they're a team that really converts quickly from offense to defense, get a lot of transition baskets and steals. We're certainly going to have to take care of the ball. They're a 3-point shooting team. They got a lot of girls that stretch the defense, so it'll be a different challenge, but I think they'll probably be undefeated, 3, 4, 5-0. So, one thing we told our girls in the locker room, we said, we play Delta the next game. One thing you're going to have to do to go on the road, you got to play great defense, you got to play with discipline, and you got to have toughness when you go on the road. So we think those 3 things are what you got to do. And I said, it doesn't start on Friday playing Delta. It starts, on Monday. So we got to start preparing. So we're just going to try and get our girls prepared. Lexi Wolf kind of sprained her ankle in the red and white game. We're hoping to have her back. But I thought, Dayton Lee and Sydney Cook and our Carly Boggs, our seniors, Dawson, I thought they all played really well. They played within themselves. They played unselfishly and made the right passes. And then we had a couple of our JV players that got an opportunity to play, and we said, hey, you're out there, you make sure you play hard. And
absolutely.
I thought they did too. So.
Well, there you have it, folks. Like I said, we appreciate your time. I know I'm sure it's getting a little bit later now. I'm sure you'd like to see your wife, go grab some dinner and everything else, but thanks again for your time, and appreciate you being aboard here, and we'll see you again next week. Appreciate you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
All righty, folks. That was head coach Scott Hudson for the Wapahani Lady Raiders. Appreciate him coming on here this evening and chatting with us here for a few moments. But again, final score here, folks. Your Wapahani Lady Raiders get the job done against the Union Lady Rockets. Final score of 81-8 to now improve to 1-0 overall in the season, 1-0 in conference play. He touched on that before. That is so important. You get your first conference win under your belt. Now you just continue to progress from here and chip away and continue to get better and continue to collect more wins. That's a very nice thing as well. So, again, we will be back at it next week. I am almost positive that is on November the 16th, which if that is the case, then that will be next Friday. I think is 16th and 17th. Delta is on the 16th, and then at Daleville on the 17th. So we will do our best to broadcast both of those games. I know we're going to try to get in here as much as we can. Like I said, it's always it's nice to get back on the broadcasting side of things. It's been a little while since we broadcasted, ever since the volleyball season ended. So we're going to try to get as much in here as we can, and then we'll start boys basketball a week after that, and things will be definitely getting really busy from there with girls and boys basketball. That's for sure. The season will keep ramping up. We'll have more and more games right here on the WHS network. But again, we would like to thank all of our sponsors here this evening: Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, the Muncie Dragway, FC Tucker Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, Tom Cherry Mufflers, the Barn Lot, as well as the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. And again, a huge thanks to Harris Chapel, our good friends there, along with Pastor Jim Ballinger and his wife Janie. Appreciate them and appreciate all of our sponsors. But once again, folks, Wapahani 1-0 now on the season. We appreciate all you for watching. This is Brandon Warvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thanking you for watching. Have a great night, and we will see you next time right here live on the WHS Network. Have a great night, folks.